Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of 2024. I'm going to keep it short. This is like the 6th time I've done this now because I keep waffling. But basically, is price and gear relevant? Now, what do I mean by this? Like, should you be spending all your hard-earned money on things that are very expensive? And the reason I ask this is because there's a few YouTube channels where they've brought very expensive gear and they're just shocked at the quality of it or just how underperformed it did. One of them in particular was Glenn Fricker of Spectre Sound Studios. I'll put a links in for anyone I mention. But he did a shootout with different guitars and different cabs, notably the Harley Benton speaker cab. Harley Benton is a very, 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 very affordable brand, big in the music scene, really. Guitars, bass, amps. I think they do pedals, I'm not sure, but they do a lot of stuff. It was quite funny, like, because he'd do a shootout of different things, but he won't tell you what. Basically, there'll be no visuals of it, really. You just have to listen. And it was amazing how many people got it wrong, and they thought the most expensive one turned out to be the cheaper one. And it really got me thinking about gear, like, I've not had much experience with owning expensive gear because I like to tinker with things and generally I don't want to start messing with something that costs a lot of money. So the most expensive guitar I had was the Epiphone Tony Iommi Signature. That was like 700 quid. Didn't want to touch it, but it did play bloody well. It was perfect. And then my Vox VT100X modeling amp, I changed that. It had one 12-inch speaker, so I then used a Line 6 cab, put the amp in the top, then put speakers in it. I only put two in there, but I got the results I wanted. But it really got me thinking about should we be should we look at the cheaper things? Like case in point, the GoPro Hero 9. I think second hand it's 200 quid still, but Wolfang, which is it's Chinese I believe, but it's a brand that do cameras and they've got quite a nice range of action cameras. And I've got the GA200, and it's I don't want to say rival, but it is kind of copy of the Hero 9. It shoots 4K with the resolution is 4K, but the quality isn't 4K if that makes sense. But it does everything that camera does. It's got a front-facing screen so you can see what you're doing. External microphone, this, that, this, that. It's phenomenal. It's even got the little remote and everything. Even though it does everything the GoPro does, it's just not the same quality. So it really got me thinking about in the guitar scene, should we be spending more money on things like amps and whatnot? Is money that relevant? So it's like, really, I want to know what you guys think. That's what I'm getting at because I'm going off on a tangent again. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think we should, is money relevant? Should we be spending all our money on like the bigger guitars, like Fenders and Gibsons and Schecters, that sort of thing? Should we be putting more money in amps and everything? Is it relevant? Is price justified? Maybe that's what I'm looking at. Is price justified? I mean, I'd love to know the gear you guys use, and for instance, do you favour? I know touchy subject, but Anderton's Music, the music shop, they do a thing where like they'll with Rob Chapman and Lee Anderton, where one will have the budget for the guitar, one will have a budget for the amp, and then like it's really cool to see how they balance it. So, do you guys do that? Do you have a preference what you'd spend more money on? Is it the amp? Is it the guitar? Is it the pedals? For instance, my bass rig at the moment is the Harley Benton bass. I always forget the model number, and I've got an East Coast Active EQ bass. I'll put pictures and model names up. But then my amp setup it was originally, I think it's the Ashdown 3032 Evo, I want to say. And it's a beautiful amp, but I just wanted more power. So I cut that amp off of it and then brought a separate 1x15 and a 4x12, I want to say. And now I've got this monstrous rig. And I think in my opinion, you make things work. So something I've lived by, and this is from someone called Kevin Tolbert who does like RCs. If it puts a smile on your face and you enjoy it, that's the one you need. Now that does apply for both expensive and cheap. If it puts a smile on your face, that's the one you got. Also, if you've got the money to do it, do it. You know what I mean? But really, because I'm kind of going nowhere with what I'm trying to get at. What do you guys think? Do you think the price is justified in gear, or should we be giving the more affordable brands the chance, or are we just elitist and don't like change? Because I know some people are like, no, you only want this and you only want that. But what do you guys use? Do you favour putting money in a particular area of your rig or what? Let me know. Until then, I'll see you on the next one, and Happy New Year, and I hope your Christmas holiday was amazing. Thank you, and bye.